everybody. It's from Target. I forget. My mom. So normally, there's triangles everywhere in my life. So usually at Sugarloaf at talent nights, I sing. But this is my first time doing 2 weeks, and it's not gonna happen, folks. But luckily, by being here for 2 weeks, I got to have a really wonderful conversation with John Bowler a couple of nights ago. And we were talking about art and creativity and making stuff. And I left that conversation feeling so inspired, and I decided to write a fairy tale. So I wrote a little weird story, and Kyle agreed to be my backup music for this weird little story, and I'm gonna read it to you now. It's called Heart Braids. She sits in a dark room, weaving all of history into her hair in loops and loops. There are small windows, high up, north facing, and the stone she sits within is quiet. She has many candles, but only lights a few, beside a redwood door curved like the arch at the hollow of her throat. There isn't much to suffer from when one sits quietly behind a door like that. She weaves. Her braids are dark as the shadow on the moon crossing above her, and in her braids, a story, history. Every breath and sigh and dream and lie and speech and declaration of love is there, and mundane moments, each twisted twixt the soft pads of her fingers and thrumming with the pulse, pulse, pulse of her heart. If it could charge an engine, that engine would run forever. She does not smile often, but do not think she is unhappy, just content. She thinks smiling thoughts, she thinks crying thoughts. Her face is large and brown, big round eyes framed with short lashes, skin unlined and shining, weaving loops while she waits. The conqueror arrives. He is from the hills to the east, the people of the blinding sun. On his armor there is a famous horse in silver and gold, soldered by a metal worker's apprentice with barely peach fuzz on his chin. The conqueror does not care about the metal worker, nor his apprentice, nor even the memory of a great horse whose stories are sung in taverns in his own land. He cares about the horse he rides, and whether she is fast, and whether she will take him to the tower where the woman sits. He nudges the mare with wicked spurs, sharp as the sword at his side. A haughty chin leads his approach. The tower watches. When he leaps jangling from his horse, the beast stamps its feet in a two-step warning that he does not heed. He is so strong and swift, and as he climbs the walls, the pebbles of stone loosen and tumble. But he does not fall. His fingers latch around the siding of the high, north-facing windows, sweat beneath the bulky armor, certainty in his brow. His boots land on soft hair, coiled in great piles. Her back is to him, the white of her chemise peeking between each dark-ribboned braid. She doesn't turn. He smirks. Blade in hand, he imagines the power of those coils once let loose, once in his hand, once in his power. His heartbeat quickens for the stories of a goddess, turning time and future from something as simple as a braid. He is so focused in his approach that he does not hear her song. A simple set of chimes, high notes and low, a sudden minor note. The armor does not clatter as it falls, like flower petals in a too hot summer, to pieces on the floor. The horse beneath lets out a whinny and stirs herself to join a wild herd beyond the hills, to let the wind rush through her mane and wend herself through wild creeks and briar tangles. The woman does not ever turn. She simply does her work and weaves and weaves. We watch the moon arc slow across the sky, its orbit steady as a heartbeat. The end.